Hey everyone, welcome back to the Learnify channel. In this video, we're going to be covering what the cytoskeleton is. So the cytoskeleton has four main functions. So firstly, maintaining shape. Then it involves organelle movements, so moving organelles within the cell, cellular movements like cellular contraction, and other processes that are specific to processes like mitosis. So the three main components of the cytoskeleton are microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate microfilaments, or intermediate filaments. Firstly, looking at microtubules, they're kind of like these hollow tubes that arrange themselves to form a polymer structure, and they're really useful in mitosis, for example, and they form the centrioles and help with organizing the spindle fibers. They are also fixed together to form the cytoskeleton, and microtubules make a large component of the cytoskeleton. Microtubules help with substance movements in and out of the cell and also plasma membrane movements. There are two main types of microtubules. There's the cilia and flagella, which are formed from a 9+2 structure, and the other one is, of course, going to be the centrioles, which are really important in mitosis, and their structure is basically to organize spindle fiber formation, and they're made of microtubules, and these help with forming the spindle fiber, which is really important for movement of chromosomes. Fun fact about microtubules, they disappear after mitosis has occurred because they depolymerize and break down. They're not really useful in the cell anymore. So the next thing we're going to talk about are microfilaments, and microfilaments are mainly composed of actin. Actually, two actin strands that are interwoven together. Actin sounds like skeletal muscle if you already have studied that stuff, so it is a component of skeletal muscle. It can be found under plasma membranes. It can be they can actually make up parts of organelles. And also, it's important in cell division, specifically the cleavage. So, the ring of contractile proteins has microfilaments that help the cell cleave. So, mitotic cleavage. That's an important function of the cytoskeleton. Okay, so these actin filaments are generally found on the outside of the cell and can be a component of cilia, and this helps to add motility to cells. And motility is important because that's the independent ability of a living organism to move by itself using metabolic energy. But there's also a myosin component, and it's generally low in most cells, but really high in muscle cells. And this again can form part of movement. Next up, we have intermediate filaments, and the main thing you need to know about with intermediate filaments are that they're to do with structure. Most of them are similar mechanically and physically, but chemically, the intermediate filaments can vary. And why are intermediate filaments useful? They help with maintaining cellular membrane contact with the extracellular matrix, making sure the structures are stable. And unlike microfilaments and microtubules, this is not really to do with movement. So movement is not really a concern with intermediate filaments. And there you go. That's everything to do with the cytoskeleton in under 3 minutes.